Welcome back everyone, my name's Eltimar and we are going to be continuing our Let's Play of Grim Dawn. Where we left off last time, we were exploring the mountain deeps, trying to find our way through. There's a couple tunnels that we haven't gone down. We're on veteran mode now, because apparently that is the way to go. And actually it's pretty fun. It's a little bit tougher, not massively, but teensy bit. I think I'm gonna have to go back down to that side, aren't I? It does appear that way. These grubs are the creepiest things I've ever seen. They really remind me of the void woken worm from Divinity Original Sin 2. But then again, I think Divinity was released after this game by quite a lot, so maybe Divinity Original Sin 2 reminds me of this game. So, just saying. Oh good, this loops back. We don't have to wander around the whole way. That was really goddamn creepy. There was roof spiders. I don't like roof spiders. They are my least favorite type of spider. Luckily, spiders can't get that big in real life, because they would collapse upon themselves. They'd be too heavy and they would break their own bodies. Ooh, it's a shrine. Is this a shrine that does devotion points? Wait, was the other shrine one that does devotion points? Did we miss a devotion point? No. Okay. We're also not going to stand in the giant poison death cloud. Aha. Yes. It's a Ravager's... It doesn't matter. We're going to get our last point into the Quill and get our huge elemental damage bonus. Ups our damage by quite a bit. What's the Ravager's Barb? Sounds like a melee weapon. It is very much a melee weapon. It's a really nice melee weapon. Actually, what's Undead Legion? Is that Necromancer? Anyways, it's a pretty nice weapon. We cannot use it. Well, we can, but we are not going to use it. It's a little more accurate. And we're just going to go stand in the poison cloud because we're stupid. I'm also going to grab the Vitality, or Vital Essence. So, we got our full Quill. Now our damage went up by maybe like 150, which is pretty good. Oh, that's a lot of poison. So it's the worms, I think, that drop the poison cloud, because they hit quite hard. And there's nothing over here. There are some trolls over on this side, though. How do I reach them? This way? I guess all the way around this way. And now they're all dead, except for one. Alright, things are looking up for us. We are making our way through. We're 20% up another level.
Can't do that yet.
We got hit really hard there. But we're fine. It's another Vital Essence. We can quickly run in, grab it, get out. And what else? More worms, or another worm that explodes into death, so I'm just gonna wait. There's also a bone wall, which is a shield, I think. I'm just gonna quickly loop around and explore the last little bit here so we can just leave without any regrets in this particular dungeon. Although we still haven't found the exit, so, I mean, there is that. We also have to let that dude know that his sister's dead. That's gonna be a sad thing. Sister? Wife. Wife. Now we can actually... Maybe we should just go to Homestead first. Actually, yeah, let's just go to Homestead. Although this might be a whole nother zone, and there might be more quests. But we can go straight to Smuggler. Wait, that was the wrong one, wasn't it? is a Dead Man's Gulch that we want to go to? Yes, there's the quest. Just in case there's other quests to pick up after we drop this one off. Did you find my sister? No, it's a sister, okay. Yes, she was in the mountain deeps, I'm sorry. I had a feeling. Thank you for the information. Excuse me. Sorry for your loss. Bye, guy. Your sister was very brave, but kind of stupid. You shouldn't really go, you know, into a deadly situation if you're not prepared for it. We've learned that the hard way. With several deaths in this game. Alright. Oh, look at that. There's farmland. Well, that's a good plus. Maybe there's food. I'm just gonna explore around this zone a little bit, though. What are those things? Why does everything drop AoE poison damage whenever they die now? Maybe that's more aether damage than anything, but even still. Everything drops like a death pool when they die now. I do not approve. Chains of something? That got picked up really quick, so I'm guessing it's a component. There's dynamite site there. Did I bring my dynamite with me? I think I put it in the smuggler place. I should probably go pick that back up so we can blow up whatever that is. We'll explore the northern part of the zone first, though. That's a big guy. 18,000 health. Withering Fields. Kind of a sad looking place. I'm guessing energy regeneration becomes less important the more points you put into that one ability that we have. That lowers the cost of everything. I mean, it's still important, but less important. Why do those things hit so hard? Just a clear line of gunners we're gonna kill. Alright. Now I'm gonna quickly... Oh god, I wasn't paying attention. Should have been paying attention. We're a little over halfway up to a level. Maybe a little under halfway. It's hard to tell. So we do need the dynamite for the southern part of the zone. Okay. Oops. Also, I definitely left my work computer alone too long, and it went into sleep mode. My bad. Let's kill more things. Gotta make it at least look a little bit like I'm at work. Even though actually, I don't have any files assigned to me today, so I have nothing to do. Literally nothing to do at work today. Which is kind of nice. It's a nice relaxing day. Get to work on my channel a little bit. Get some videos done for you guys. Made myself a lovely breakfast. It's been a pretty good day. After like the insane amount of work recently, it's kind of nice to have a day just to do whatever. A bulwark of thunder. In the ideal world, I would just make videos for you guys for a living, but that is not the case. I would definitely starve and die on the streets of Victoria. There's no way I can afford even rent. That's why this is a hobby and not a job. What is that thing? What's a mascot? Oh god, that hurts. Oh god, we just about died. That was very, very close. Do we not have our shield up? No, we definitely have our shield up. Alright, everything's fine. That was just a lot of enemies I wasn't prepared for. Bunch of stuff, vital essences, got a robe of protection, and a mask of delirium. I'm really curious about what that is. Might be good. Let's take a look. We can't use it because we don't have level 40, but it is very much a cunning mask, so not really good for us. It will continue on the sad thing that, you know, we should have been a gunner. Because all of our good stuff seems to be gunner focused. At least most of it. Banshee's Misery. That sounds like something we might be able to use. It's a book with a lot of cold damage, some decent energy regeneration, spirit, offensive capability, life leech, shatter on hit. Okay. Do we have anything to pair it with? I mean, we do have this still. It's possible that this plus that would be good. Let's take a look. So 30, 43. Put that on. 2473. More regeneration. Which our cold damage went up by a lot though. But still a huge damage loss. Maybe it's just our main handle. Maybe we need something different for that. It's a very nice book though. For cold damage. The cold damage isn't our primary damage anymore. It's mostly this magic missile which does just so much damage comparatively. The freeze from Olextra's flash freeze doesn't actually do that much damage. I mean, it does some. God, those snipers. It does a good amount. There's nothing wrong with the damage it does. It's just not our primary damage dealer. It doesn't do the thousands of damage that our replicating missile does. Also, if we reach Homestead from this direction, we have to go back and do the dynamite thing. The freezes mostly just keep us alive while our magic missile. Why can I not hit this guy? Stupid tree. We took extra damage because our stupid ice beam got blocked by a minor tree. It can blow up all the monsters in the world, but if it hits a tree, the tree's invincible. What was that? I heard a sound. Right. There's definitely a quest related thing. Okay, so this is Homestead. And there's a lot of enemies here. So we do need to go back and do the dynamite thing. Let's just kill all the trash mobs first. We almost killed the one ethereal. And we got a Starseer's cord. And then oh god, there's a whole other dude here. Harath the something. Slaughterer. This is not Azag the Slaughterer, I guess. He summons things.
Can't do that.
Oh, he can be frozen. That's kind of nice. I mean, it's not as long as some of the other freezes. That's almost dead. I think we can probably just stand and tank him. Yep, we're fine. Alright. So we do have to go right back the other way. We're also going to grab the rift thing. And we should probably go back to Devil's Crossing first, grab some dynamite. Also check out that belt we picked up. Lightning, Aether, Electrocute. So it's basically the belt we're currently using, except it also gives Shattered Star, which I don't know what that does. But I think I'm going to swap them out. It does a slightly more damage than our Spite Wraith Girdle. We'll lose some cold damage, but again, as I mentioned, cold damage, not our primary. What did I just hit? Oh, I think I clicked on this guy by accident. Okay, well, we're going to deal with that later. Well, let's get our dynamite. I put it in here because I didn't think we'd need it, but we do. We're also going to need to empty our inventory again at some point, but that's, you know, it'll be fine. We'll deal with that later. Fastest way to the blowy up part, I think, was the Prospector's Trail. I know it's not Homestead, which, you know, goes without saying, but I think if we just go up here and then, yeah, that'll be fine. We'll blow up this part. I don't know what's down there, though. I'm very curious. Could be some good loot. Could be lots of things to kill. Could be lots of things that will kill us. You know, it's an interesting little thing to find out. Where do we think it's gonna go? I actually have no idea. Oops, clicked off the screen. My bad. Let's blow it up though, let's see what happens. Detonation site. 3 dynamites. Alright, fine. The Pine Barrens. Do you think we're supposed to come here later? Because it definitely thinks this seems like a place we're going to come later. If we look at our map, the Pine Barrens are here. There's a Tyrant's Hold. That's definitely a later thing. Okay, let's just go to... We'll leave a rift here, and we're going to go to Homestead. It definitely seems like it's going to be a place where we have to go. It's literally a place called Tyrant's Hold, so...
Ah, we speak at last. As I am sure you know, there are many who now cast their gaze upon you, traveler. Or should I say, taken. Some who mean you ill. Some who fear your potential. Then, there are those who command me. They have taken great interest in your accomplishments. It appears you may be just the one we require.
I think this is that DLC thing, right?
I cannot speak of such things in this place. The cursed gaze of our foes is cast upon us.
Yep, Forgotten Gods.
So
it's the same thing as before. Let's go turn in this quest first.
These are trying times.
Welcome to Homestead,
but
traveler.
we will persevere.
What brings you to our sanctuary? I come from Devil's Crossing. I was wondering if we could trade for food. I understand your predicament, I truly do, but I'm afraid we are not in a position to help you right now. Frankly, we could use some help ourselves. The Black Legion hellbent on destroying every ethereal and Chthonian they see. They've lost sight of the issues plaguing the very people they are trying to protect. What's the problem? After the Grim Dawn, many of our neighbors were forced to abandon their homes and flee here. Together we built Homestead up into a sanctuary, but it came at a loss of countless other farmsteads. When the Black Legion arrived, we were able to recover a few fields, but not nearly enough to feed everyone. Captain Summer considers the resources available to be sufficient for her campaign, and has deemed any further efforts to restore the farmland to be secondary to the Legion's mission. The Dermapterans, a vile infestation that plagues this land every few years, are running rampant throughout our lands, devouring all they see and laying their eggs. If we don't act soon, our harvest will be ruined and the land left barren. There are 2 farms just west of here, belonging to Elmsworth and Thornsbury, which would be ideal next steps in expanding our food production. If you could clear out the Dermapteran egg clusters there, along with any Dermapterans protecting them, then perhaps I can convince the captain to at least assign guards to the farms and allow our men to work the fields. I'll see to it you are justly compensated. What do you say? Sure. You got it. I can do that. Let's look around. There's more quests. Isaiah Redden. It seems our roads cross again. Glad to see you survive the wilderness. I appreciate you letting me tell my side of the story back in the Arcobian foothills. Most people wouldn't bother getting all the details straight. Glad you made it through. Say, I've gathered up a few interesting things while traveling out there. Don't suppose you'd be interested in buying something? Only the best deals for a friend. What do you got? A bunch of sticks. They're probably, some of them are pretty good, but we're fine for that. We can always find our own loot. We can't go up those. Oh, we should be able to go up those stairs. There's merchants up here.
Come see what's left of my wares.
Alright, well, let's just sell a couple things that we know we're not going to need, like guns and shields. And whatever that axe was. That wasn't a shield, was it? Nope, it was some sort of like hex thing. That's a lot of elemental damage on that rare one-handed axe. 33%. It's not bad. I think ours are better than that. Gun. Alright. We'll figure out the rest later. I'm just going to go look around a little bit more first. Mostly for this journal that we're going to grab here. So we got the 7th and 8th entries in his journal. The Inquisitor. Much time has passed since my last entry. Following my escape from Krieg's laboratory, I have raced against time and lost, passed through darkness and flame, witnessed the ruin of the world as I knew it. Even as I assumed key figures in the capital were likely to be possessed by the entities we now call ethereals, I reasoned that it was only with support from within the capital that we could hope to thwart them. Any action that began outside the capital would be spun as political rebellion and crushed with the Empire's own forces before the truth could be exposed. Thus I cast the dice and raced towards the heart of Urulan. Urulan? Whatever. Trying to conceal myself as best I could. Upon my arrival, I proceeded cautiously, booking a room at a squalid inn near the west gates in an effort to keep my arrival secret. Initially, I sought out old acquaintances, assuming if I could detect some change in personality or behavior, it might reveal possession. A few awkward reunions made it painfully obvious that the years on the road carrying out my duties as an inquisitor have left me out of touch and unable to discern whether any changes were the result of possession or just the passage of time and faded memories. The only gamble left then was to report back to the citadel of the Luminari and see what came of it. I never made it there. Waiting until the sunlight dwindled and crowds thinned in the streets below, I rose to leave, but was quite startled to see a shadowy figure had somehow breached my room, evading all the wards set against intruders. This is how I came into cooperation with the First Blade. Oh, cool. It was known to anyone of significance who fomented discontent or posed a real threat to the rule of the Emperor might be visited by the First Blade. I never stirred such controversy, but I always imagined if such an encounter took place, I could put up a respectable fight. I never got the chance. Taken unawares, I was disarmed before I even knew what was happening. Had he sought my death, I would not have even witnessed the killing stroke fall. However, he seemed more interested in answers instead, and in turn provided me with an account of his own events that confirmed my worst fears. The First Blade revealed that only days prior, he had been forced to turn his knives on the Emperor himself by his own command. Despite the myriad safeguards protecting the Emperor, both mundane and arcane, he had become host to an ethereal. Through strength of mind, he had usurped his possessor long enough to summon the First Blade, command his own execution, and charge the assassin with ensuring that his son, the young prince, survived to reclaim the throne. His last commands issued, the Emperor's consciousness slipped again under the control of the ethereal, and a desperate battle ensued. The First Blade reported that he believed the Emperor and the ethereal within him slain, but given his inexperience with the entities, could not say anything for certain. He relayed that he had secretly taken the prince and put him into hiding, but declined to elaborate. The First Blade said he intended to retire his imperial title, and had chosen the name Ulgrim, which made me curious as to whether it was an intentional reference to the mythic character. A final troubling detail was that no proclamation of the Emperor's passing had been issued. Not only did this demonstrate the ethereals had sufficient control of the palace to conceal the death, but given that they couldn't hope to hide the Emperor's absence for long, it suggested the next phase of their operation was imminent. I strategized with Ulgrim long into the night, formulating a plan to counter the ethereals, but ultimately we agreed that we could not defeat their conspiracy in time. The only course left was to gather whatever people and resources we could, go to ground and weather the coming storm, then find a way to counter the invaders. We agreed that the Black Legion would be our best hope in securing allies. As a conscripted army of criminals, debtors, and political dissidents bound to service, it seemed unlikely that the ethereals would have any reason to infiltrate them, when they could control them indirectly through the military high command. The next step was to discreetly make contact. Alrighty, interesting. Black Legion scouting report is downstairs. We're gonna go grab that as well. And anything else over here? There's a smuggler. Oh, we could have got dynamite from here, I guess. Well, fine then. This is a big base. There's a Legion Smith. So we can craft all this stuff, but in all honesty, we don't really have anything we want to craft. We can craft Tremor. Spellfire. Actually, that's a really nice wand. We could easily craft one. It's not based on character level, though. It just is level 25. Crit damage, fire damage, cold damage, offensive capability, burn damage, and frostburn damage. It's not awful by any measure, but I don't know if it's good enough to do. We can also make a gun. We can make a explorer's tunic, which is actually pretty nice, but level 15. Guardsman's breastplate, which is not very good for us. Alright, well, let's read this report. I write this letter to report of an extreme and disturbing ethereal activity to the north of Homestead. I set off to the foothills and made my way through the warren of low stone walls, fences, and occasional farmhouses. I was careful to move in secret and remain undetected from the horrors that still roam the fields unchecked. I made it to the valley of 2 hills near the river when I witnessed something I can barely comprehend. An unearthly black pillar that was neither stone nor flesh drifting slowly across the land, as would a low cloud. A sickly green glow burned at its core, and great writhing tendrils hung from somewhere underneath the shifting black shell. I watched in mounting dread as the unholy obelisk slowed, and then, without warning, burrowed the hooks of the dangling tentacles into the ground. The ground began to wither and glow with the same unwholesome green. It was then that the obelisk pulled itself into the ground, with a sound that made me feel as if the earth was dying. It began glowing so bright I could hardly look. Its power seeped into the ground, twisting and corrupting as it spread. I lingered for nearly an hour in that place, and in that time a great distance around the obelisk had been changed. I was about to leave when the obelisk erupted from the ground and drifted to an untouched path of land to begin the cycle again. We must act soon, or there will be nothing left to save. Well, that's bad. We should probably deal with that at some point. We can't leave the camp. Apparently this door is unopenable at the moment. Walking through these platforms is a little bit annoying. The pathing is kind of wonky, but that's fine. So we have to secure the farmland first. We also don't want to go there yet. It's over this way. Oh, we could have just walked. Okay, whatever. It's fine. We didn't have to go up. We could just go under here. Where's the military captain of this place? Probably up here. Nope, that's just... Oh, it's Inquisitor Creed.
So much death. No end in sight.
Well, at least we found him. Or her. No, it's definitely him. So this looks like their barracks? Nope, this is just a random hut. Where's the command center for this base? Where's the leader for this base? There's more up here. Can we go through this gate? Open the door. Can you open the gates? We're under strict orders not to open the gates until Ulgrim. Oh, okay. So we have to bring Ulgrim here first, and then we figure out what's going on. I'm guessing Ulgrim is the leader of the camp. That would actually make a lot of sense. Let's go deal with Ulgrim. He's a prospector's... No, he's at Dead Man's Gulch.
So how doomed are we?
I've secured the way via Rift
Good
Gate.
work. I can't say I enjoyed my first travel by Rift, but it's certainly better than the alternative.
Here you go. Bye, guys. Dude, I didn't even get to go with them. They just kind of left without me. I open the rift and they leave and they're like, well, peace. And I'm like, hey, I wanted to go too. Let's go talk to Ulgrim. In Homestead, apparently. So where would he be? If I were an assassin and I was in this place upstairs by the Inquisitor. You can see the star on the map.
I wasn't sure you'd make it, but you pulled through. Those people owe you their lives.
I did what was right.
I wish that I'm going to check
Oops.
in with Creed here,
Shoot.
but I suggest you speak to Captain Sommer. She's the Black Legion officer in charge of this sorry bunch. Look for the grumpy middle-aged hag in Black Legion armor. She will fill you in on the situation.
I will speak with her. Got some experience. She is down here and probably not happy.
I'll skip the pleasantries. Ulgrim tells me you're one tough slith, and right now that's...
Oops. Oh, I keep hitting
I'll
buttons back
skip
then.
the pleasantries. Ulgrim tells me you're one tough slith, and right now that's what I need most. Will you fight for the Black Legion?
What's the Black
You
Legion?
were joking, right? We are the Imperium's most infamous, if not elite, legion. Conscripted from criminals and political outcasts and tempered in the front lines of the Empire's most brutal wars. The only regiment of the Emperor's legions that has survived the massacre in the capital, if you could consider the losses we suffered surviving. I'd love to tell you our history, but I really have more important matters to attend to, such as the mission I need you for. The question really is, are you up to it?
Sure. What do you, or where do you
The
need me?
Legion is split on two fronts. To the north, we have the Cult of Cthulhu. Nasty bastards keen on turning all of us into a puddle of blood for their rituals. I have my best men out there right now scouting ahead. The cultists are amassing in great numbers, and I'd like to know why. There is a more pressing issue, however, and this is where you come in. Ulgrim says that you are experienced with fighting the Ethereals. That's good. You'll need all your skills for this one. Far to the west, beyond the infested farms and the rotting croplands, there is an area teeming with ethereals that we have started calling the Gruesome Harvest. It is a fitting title as the ethereals have been gathering corpses, animal and human alike, in order to conduct their sick resurrection techniques upon them. The barn there has been giving off a blinding aether light non-stop for the last few days and nights. That is, until today. Whatever they are working on, it must be nearly finished. And knowing the ethereals, it's something monstrous. We can't risk the ethereals discovering that we know about their creation. I need someone to sneak in there and destroy this abomination before it even has a chance to wreak havoc upon my people. We'll only get one shot at this, so I want someone who has experience dealing with ethereal horrors to handle this mission.
I will track
you be
down.
my champion?
Sure, I'll track down the abomination.
I hope I didn't make a mistake.
Nope. Alright. Well, we're very close to level. I'm just going to go outside of town. I know we're like at half an hour and we should probably end the video, but I'm going to kill a couple things first. Because I really just want to gain a level. And that is apparently not the way we can go. Enemies? Thornsberry Farm. This is where some enemies are. We're not going to finish up this place. We're just going to kill a couple things. And that's a level. That was very fast. Alright. Level 37. Sweet. What are we going to put our points into? Let's put them into... I'm going to put 1 point into Fabric of Reality. Just to see. We automatically get up to +3 because of our sword, right. That probably just jumped up our damage quite a lot. And then we're going to put 1 into Proliferation. And then 1 into stat points. Let's take a look at how we're doing for damage now. And how much did that jump us up? A fair amount, like 50. That's not bad. I'm guessing it'll do a lot better as we get more points into it. Cool. Alright, we're going to end the video here. Like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Take care.